We are back on Raiders franchise. In the last episode, we went through season 27, where we unfortunately missed the playoffs at 10-7. We were the first team out. In this episode, we're gonna go for the offseason. That includes this little re-sign phase, which, well, we're broke. We can't do anything. But as well as free agency, the draft, and the preseason. Sorry, I'm texting my mom. All right, without any more delays, let's get right into it. Negative 2 mil in cap space. We'll see if any of that changes. It does. We are now up to 27 mil, so we can actually go out and sign some people if we truly want to. But first, before we do that, we need to see what positions we should target. Mark Doolittle has turned into an amazing quarterback for us, as you can see. Threw for 5,000 yards last year. Okay. Goes for even more. Granted, definitely a worse season, less touchdowns, more interceptions. Worse completion percentage, but he also did have more attempts. So, obviously, more attempts is probably most likely going to result in more errors. But we desperately need to target the O-line, as that is a big weak spot right now. We can go ahead and put Hillman as the starter. However, he translates from an 82 to a 75. So, not ideal. And then we only have a 67 overall. But outside of that, offense is looking pretty good. No real complaints. Just those two left sides of the O-line. Defense, in my opinion, has little to no flaws. As you can see, only one starter not with at least star devs. So that's always a good thing. And then special teams, looking as good as ever. All right, so left tackle, left guard are the two positions we are eyeing up. Brandon Hall was our guy, however, one, too expensive, and two, just flat out didn't play good. We're going to look at left guard first because it's probably going to be cheaper. It is. Jeff White. Sounds like a familiar name. It is. Let's go ahead and bring him back. Bring back Jeff Wyatt. Nice even 10 mil over 1 year. However, we look at the left tackle side now. Money does get a bit tighter. However, we go down here to about the 80 overalls. 3.55 mil. It's all about finding the guys who are, one, interested, and two, cheap, I'd say. We'll go ahead and bring in Shane Scott on a 1-year deal as well. Now leaves us with 13.5 mil in cap space. We did lose Jason Young, our starting cornerback. So whether that means we need to fill that void. We do have McIlroy. Nice young guy. But could potentially be looking at a cornerback before we see Davis down here. I believe he's a, well, first-year guy. Oh, second-year guy. So if there's a nice young corner out there, we'll go ahead and sign him. But outside of that, we shouldn't need to go after anyone. Sterling Wise would be a pretty good signing if we could land him. However, we do, like I said, want to go younger. So Zach Stewart, I mean, he has no interest because one, we're not close to home. But that's really his big impact. He wants to be in Illinois. Vegas, not really close to Illinois, like at all. Nevada, and I mean, Midwest compared to West. So, yeah. Once again, the big turnoff being close to home. But, I mean, this dude has uh, star dev, Mari Blades, as well as Brandon Cheeks. Who's faster? Let's look at his player card. Okay, he's a man-to-man and a SWAT Amari Blades. So that's like dual threat material we can work with. Brandon Cheeks, however, is a zone guy. That's really going to depend on what kind of corners we currently have. Do we have more man-to-man or do we have more zone? Man-to-man for Jelani Pincus. However, he's good at anything. You see 96, 94, 94. Quan Child is more man-to-man. Ezekiel McElroy is a zone guy. And finally, Davis is man-to-man. So I think Brandon Cheeks would be who we would go with. One, he's just cheaper as well, so save the money. But we need man, I think. Man is probably the bigger need. Go ahead, offer him a 2-year deal. Hopefully be a nice rotational guy. As we simulate, we end up signing 3 people get signed, and they're all coming to Vegas in the silver and black. So there we go. With 12.7 mil remaining, Tony Garcia, our former receiver, signs with the Seahawks. Jason Young signs with the Rams. So they're both. That's going to be fun. Former teammates going ahead and duking it out. Garcia lands a 2-year deal. Jason Young lands a 1-year deal. Brandon Hall. So top 3 guys all used to play for us goes to Cleveland. Finally has success elsewhere though. He goes to Cleveland. Has what looks to be arguably a career year. Maybe not. I'd probably say this was his career year because, yeah, he has more yards, second most yards of his career, second most touchdowns of his career. And you could argue from a catch standpoint as well, his third most, which plus his highest average per game at 60 yards. And then Jason Young obviously was an elite guy. Actually, I'd argue peaked during his latter years. Was just someone who I don't want to say was bad because he wasn't. Like these years, he probably did miss a game or two. That right? He was not someone you could necessarily rely on for being out there. All 16 or I guess 17 games. So great guy, and I wish him nothing but the best in Los Angeles. Same with Tony Garcia. Well, he's in Seattle, but as for the Brandon Hall, good luck in Cleveland. I really same for him. Didn't work out for us. I hope he can turn it around in Cleveland. Compared to the other two. Yeah, Garcia kind of worked out. It was very hit or miss with him every year. Ultimately, he showed that potential. As we are now going to look at the players who end up going signed. Peter Parker. Spider-Man? If you don't know, we talk about former players those top three guys, like I said, we already talked about, as well as players who signed within the division, such as Rashard Gore signing a 3-year deal with the Broncos. Same with Dakota Weary, but 2 years for him, the corner. Luis Garay, our former tight end, he ends up going to San Francisco on a 2-year. Congrats to him. We see Christian Raymond sign a 1-year deal with the Chargers. Zach Young also signs a 1-year with the Chargers. No Chiefs yet. Stevie Robinson ends up going to the Broncos on a 1-year. Ooh, X Factor for the Browns. X Factor for the Jets as well, but 30 years old. We'll see if that actually pans out or if it's that Detroit really doing all the boosting. First guy the Chiefs signs is going to be safety Martin Peel on a 1-year. Sebastian Peterson goes to the Broncos. Sean McCants goes to the Chiefs. Donald Chambers and Brett Adams would both also go, with the worst player also going to the Chiefs and Deontay Payton. Wasn't there a receiver or someone who used to play for us who I was like, I'm going to bring back? Maybe? It wasn't Garcia. Was it running back? It was Isaiah Tate. Speaking of actually, am I able to see how well he did with Houston? Pretty solid. 4.1 yards carry. Obviously didn't get to do a whole lot, it looks like. 2 touchdowns. Probably wasn't the primary back. Yeah, also only 12 for 91. Isaiah Tate, by the way, if you don't know, was our long-time running back. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years he spent with us. We're going to go ahead and use our points on... We might as well shoot for the stars. I mean, go after these top-tier guys. We have the picks to trade up if we so need to. We're not able to go to free agency, are we? No, we're not. Miguel Batista. Do we have the first overall pick? We do. We have pick 1. Let's go. We don't know how good Miguel Batista is going to be, unfortunately. However, we can guarantee Santiago Fernandez is a top 5 guy. So the argument now, I feel like, has to be, do we want to risk it? Could land 3 first-round picks from a few teams. We'll take Dallas's offer. And they go Batista. Okay, and now we're going to be as smart as we can be. Right? We want to trade with Washington now. Sorry if you can hear my dog. She loves laying with people, and I am the only one home right now, so by default, that's me she's laying with, I guess. Yeah, we like that 3rd overall pick, Washington. In return, we'll offer you 8 and 11. Whoa, maybe not actually. 8 and 24. That gets the deal done. So we net. Pretty much we moved down 2 spots, so we net like a 2nd and a 4th. Probably could have done better, but I'm happy with it. Number 5 took him at 3, hidden dev, Santiago Fernandez. Welcome aboard. Wasn't something I was willing to risk. We saw our guy. We knew who we wanted going into this draft, and best believe we were going to get him. Yeah, it wasn't first overall, but that is okay. Is there any round 1 talents? Okay, there are some round 1 for 2 tight ends who we definitely could be looking at. Let's take a look at all of the tight ends, though. There's only those 2 guys who are round 1 for 2, no one else. Okay. So now, it almost is a matter of, what do we do? Do we take best available? I don't know if there's any guards that are scouted is the issue. There's not. However, also is only day 3, so it's not like we're going to take him anyway. But there's also only 2 more drafts after this one, so it's almost a question of, is it worth trading away picks? I mean, we're in 2052 now. So, it's either we trade to 2053 or 54, which 54 really wouldn't benefit us. Unless we get some truly altering rookies. Because they're only going to play 1 season before we're forced to end the series, because EA only lets series go to 30 years. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't want to say anything. 30 years is a good amount. It's honestly a lot, so being grateful. 1 sec, I'm going to quickly put my my laptop on the charger. I haven't charged it in a while. I don't think it's dead. I really hope it isn't. I want to get into an act of using this a lot more, just so lately I haven't been able to. And also, while we're here, I do want to apologize for the lack of content. It's been 4 days and some change. The reason is, I've had to open the past 2 days at work. Which has not helped. When I say past 2 days, Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday, obviously I couldn't record after work. I had to go to sleep. Thursday, obviously couldn't record. I had to go to sleep. Friday, I probably could have recorded after work. Or no, I couldn't have because I was not home until like 9 o'clock. I went there to work and then I went to cookout after. And then yesterday, same thing. I was went to another family event and then got home around 6 o'clock. But I played with friends instead because same thing. I haven't played with them either. So let's trade away the picks, I guess. First and a bunch of seconds. We'll take Kansas City's. Yeah, this might help them improve now. But you better get a good player, Kansas City. Clyde Meredith. 2 firsts from Cleveland. They're going to be very tough to beat. All right, Cleveland. With that also being said, the offers are going to get significantly worse since we're trading. Since there's only, like I said, 2 more drafts after this. I don't know if we're able to trade for future draft picks. I don't know if like the game will allow that. We're basically going to be in a position where yeah, they're gonna. We already have so many teams like top picks that they're gonna be offering us like probably 3rd round picks here soon because like they can't afford anything else. We have their stuff. I think at this point we do have to grab tight end. It's just a matter of who is the better tight end. Okay, A, B. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take Cam Townsend here. Eve, careful. I hear the cat crying. Perfect. The other tight end falls. We're just going to be very smart about this. We know positions we need. We're going to go ahead and double dip. Number 26 took him at 23. Jesse McKinney's better. All right. And that's fine. We got both guys. And most importantly, I saw another guy. And we also don't have to worry about these guys. We don't have to re-sign them. There's no 5th-year options involved or anything. Well, actually, we might have to accept their options. No. There'll be 3 years left. So I guess technically we will, but won't have to worry about it. We also get Darian Barnes, so with our final pick in round 1. Unless we get offered a 1st round pick. If we don't, we might as well double dip. Might as well grab the other Mike linebacker. Casey Beasley, 55, took him at 42, normal dev. We now pick again. This pick I am more than content trading away. Second, third, fourth from the Texans. Kansas City offering a bunch of stuff. Go on, you can have our pick. Like I said, this helps you out, but at the same time, it does negatively hurt you. Right, we'll grab a top 5 guy. If he sucks, he sucks. 87 took him at 49, hidden dev. Lock up our backup quarterback for the rest of the series. We'll grab Trent Sullivan. There's Claps. 193 took him at 74, not great. At this point, we're just going to take flyers, and they very well might get cut, and we might be helping other teams, but we'll grab Darren Wheaton. He's young. Okay, not happy with that pick. 271 took him at 81. Listen, guys, I'm literally just taking whoever I'd like. Max Richardson. There's Claps. 199 took him at 88. Okay, we're officially at the draft picks limit for, I think, next year's draft. We only have 1 4. Oh, 2 4s. Juan Vallejo, welcome aboard. 149 took him at 106. Okay. Matias Francisco. Okay, they don't like that pick. We're just going after positions we don't have. I mean, might as well. We got some extra depth. JJ Pitts. I mean, we're just throwing shit to the wall and hope it sticks. That's the position we're in. There's Jonathan Craig. Let's get a safety. Let's take Matt Herman. Young guy. Deep threat. 200 took him at 154. Okay, that's actually not a terrible pick. We're actually improving a bit here now. We'll take the Caleb Castle. Okay, my pick has expired. Okay, sure. I don't know why it's saying that. We'll just go ahead and trade all our picks away then. That's going to do it for our draft. Not a very good draft, but wasn't supposed to be. We dominated the first round picks, which was really what we went after. Yeah, the guys after that might be a different story. We might have drafted the worst players. 77, 74, 75, 75, 73, 72, 67, some 68. I mean, not terrible in terms of the whole entire league, though. 75. 61 overall is the worst, so we are not the worst. 79 is the best, with two of them being second round picks and the other one. Oh, and of course, two of the three of them also go to the division rivals. And then Nick Donald goes second overall, 78. One final thing I would like to do is I did say I would. Isaiah Tate, welcome home. He's coming home. He's coming home. We have to cut two players. Isaiah Tate is literally our top running back. That's crazy. So Isaiah Tate, he might be splitting the backfield again, which is pretty impressive for him. Yeah, he wasn't great for us his final year, but we just desperately need someone, and we know he knows the team. Actually, this is a new playbook and all of that. 2 injuries to both guards. Are you kidding me? Byron Nails, congrats, you made the team. Okay, let's go by position. Quarterback. Ed Holcomb, get out of here. Vallejo practice squad. You want Zimmerman gone? Oh, he is the oldest. We'll practice squad him too then. Fullback shouldn't be anyone. Wide receiver. We'll cut you. Cut Eddie Rowe. Practice squad Washington. Cut Richardson. There's our 6. Tight end. Sorry, Manuel Quinones. Left tackle. Jermaine Davis, I apologize. Guard. Byron Nails, you're kind of forced by default. Right guard. Right tackle. Sorry, JJ. Practice squad for you. Left edge. Right edge. Okay. Real easy decisions. We can practice squad. Montague. You've done really good considering you were either a Mike or a Will beforehand. The fact that you, like, for the longest time stayed on the team is pretty impressive. practice squad you, I guess. Keep you for now, but apparently you are on the chopping block. Or front back, I guess. Alright. Choose our draft class. Just gonna make this real simple. We are going to go edge is the one because I saw the top guys were all edges. 2-star. Gonna go interior. And then 1-star. Go ahead, grab a linebacker. Grab a tackle, can never go wrong. And grab a safety. See, like, look at these scouts. Number 1, number 6, number 4, number 8. So 4 to top 10. And then you look at the other ones, it's quarterback as well, pretty much. So, edge or quarterback this is your draft, it looks like. We then went ahead and selected interior offensive lineman. I'm going to be honest, we're only looking at one position. Well, we might as well look at right guard too, I guess. Shit, I mean, I guess southeast, and that's not really ideal. We're gonna go with the will position. It's got to be West. There's only one guy. And finally, safety. Okay, so 2-day freeze, or 2 for free, 3 for 4, 2 for freeze. Okay, we're gonna go northeast, which means by default, Central goes to you. There we go. And then for one final time, here is what the lineup is looking like before we end the stream. Isaiah Tate, running back 1. Never in my life did I think we'd be talking about that. Again. But here we are. I'm also happy for a lot of our running backs. Yeah, none of them panned out, so I'm hoping they get their opportunities somewhere else, because if we're being honest, they just weren't going to here. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just the sad story it is. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time, where we will go through season number 28. So, in total, 5 fragments of this series remaining, 3 episodes, 2 streams. So, very close to it. Next time you see me, it should be college football. If you don't know, I alternate. I try to, at least. I'm trying to space this series out a bit because we won't be starting a new one until September. Basically, if you don't know, I wait until the week 1 rosters are imported into Madden to start doing these series, not when the game first comes out. So, with that being said, that's why we're waiting. Obviously, Madden is creeping up on us. When's the release date actually? Madden 27 release date. August 13th is worldwide. Okay. Because I got the normal edition. I'm never going. I used to. I did get the Madden 21 edition. However, I'm no longer doing that. I've now realized that's just a waste of money. And in my opinion, I think it's still really the only driving factor, in my opinion, is if you're going to play Ultimate Team. For both sides, right? I guess for this one, for college football, the argument was maybe mascot mashup, but I think grinding those out is a lot more fun. I haven't even started. I don't know if I'm going to. But yeah, um, definitely coming to the end of it. August 13th. We'll see if we're actually able to finish this series before that. Uh, I do plan on announcing my Madden 27 team in the finale. I do have it picked. It's always been between three teams: the Dolphins, Jets, and Colts. So there's your spoiler. If you didn't know already, it's gonna be between one of three. And then this finale. So in 5 more fragments, you guys will know who the coach will be. If you don't know, I do a former player. As you can see, Dylan Northcutt, he was the Rams franchise pick. There's been some other guys, Denario Henson, I believe was the Falcons franchise, the very first one, or was Darren Moody? Darren Moody actually, I think, was the Bears franchise. Um, I couldn't even tell you who Brown's franchise was. It was Sean Foster was the UCF Knights series that I tried to do, didn't really stick on College Football 25. It might have been Darren Moody. One of them it was two receivers. I want to say it was Denario Henson, our quarterback from Falcons, and then we did back-to-back receivers. And then you also had the linebacker from Browns. And then Dylan Northcutt was also a linebacker for Rams. Which that Rams one suck. I did that just a bit early. We didn't get to experience Puka Nacua, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Nacua was not good yet. Because I was rookie. But whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. See you guys next time, and then with season 28 of this, however, we should be doing our uh, Valentine Shallow College Football 27 Road to Glory receiver series. Uh, truly next, but next time you'll see me on this. So thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.